Hi, so my name is Alicia Rollins, and my end of the year finance project is about RadioShack's financial decline. First, when I did my research, I realized that the company actually was going through some hard times a lot longer than before, like just now, this past year. RadioShack hasn't turned a profit since 2011, and ever since then, they have been struggling to make profit, to keep their stores open, and I think that that has been a huge reason in why they have not been successful. Radio Shack before, when I first started, was very big on making sure the electronics are being sold for a cheaper price. Everybody loved Radio Shack because, like I said, it was cheaper, it was easy access. They said that about 90% of all people in the United States were within minutes of a Radio Shack at one point. They had at least 4,000 stores open at some point. And I think that with how much electronics in general has been evolving, that it was bound that Radio Shack was going to be going out of business because a lot of their stuff is known to be older and out of date, you can say. They were known as like the grandfather of like electronic stores. But I think that, like I said, since I think that Radio Shack was inevitable, that it was going to fail, that their problems couldn't be fixed to make sure that they were still in business, but I think that they could have softened the blow a little bit more, because once it started getting into these past few months and this past year, it's been terrible. They had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and I think that it could have been softened by them getting used to working online. Like huge retailers like Amazon has most of their businesses online, and I think that has been a huge advantage for them because people don't like to leave the comfort of their home, and being able to do it on their computer, like in their living room, is a lot easier than getting up and going to a store. And then also, I think that maybe if Radio Shack ended up doing a merger with Sprint instead of what they're doing now, where Sprint took over about half of their stores and is going to do a store inside of a store, since Sprint has a lot more money and is still stable, unlike Radio Shack. If they did this merger earlier, then maybe it could have softened the blow and they wouldn't have to have lost so much money.